Hi everyone, I'm Aaron Katz. I'm a sophomore in construction engineering and management, and this summer I got to work at Donnelly Construction and go back home for the summer in New Jersey and basically be an intern with them for the summer. So these were just a couple of the job sites that I got to work at over the summer. The top left one is the St. James School. The top right one is actually in Secaucus, New Jersey. It's the Vitamin Shoppe Headquarters. And then the bottom left one was the Brook Country Club, and bottom right is the Orange Lawn Tennis Club. And these were the job sites that I mainly spent the entire summer at. There were a couple other job sites that I got to go over to and help renovate for a couple days, things like that, but these were the main ones that I was at. So what did I do as an intern? So like I said, Donnelly does more of like renovation. They do renovation of a lot of various job sites. So I got to do a lot of on-site labor, and also towards the end, I got to be more of a management role. And this bottom middle picture is actually us building a separating wall in the library of the St. James School because they wanted to make the library two separate rooms. And it was really just insightful because we got to see the construction firsthand. We got to put up the drywall, we got to put in the insulation, everything like that, and we had to build the wall and make sure it was basically soundproof so you couldn't hear sound on the other side. And then the picture on the right is actually at the Goddard School. I didn't spend too much time there. However, for a couple days we got to go and we were building this from the ground up, so they needed power. So we actually worked with an electrician for the day and built a temporary power line. So that was just really interesting to kind of see, and it was a very different experience since you're working more with like electrical than more construction. So from the concept phase to the reality, so one of the cool things about the Vitamin Shoppe Headquarters when I was working there was I really got to see it be built from just the bare bones. So most of the construction was done, but it was basically just the ground. So I was there when they were putting in all the cabinets, the tables, the carpets, things like that, and it was just really cool to see that go from that concept phase to just a full office building. So then the greatest triumph. So this happened actually at the St. James School where I had more of that management role. It was really nice because instead of working under my supervisor, I got to be basically independent and work with new workers and basically manage them since I had been there for multiple weeks before that. And I got to delegate tasks to them and things like that, and we were basically trying to be efficient to get the job done on time. So while my supervisor was on the main floor working on a separate problem, we were up on the third floor and basically doing everything from changing the ceiling tiles, painting the walls, things like that. And it was really just about separating up, and I got to be independent and lead people in there. So lessons learned. So one of the things is definitely problem solving. So this picture on the right is actually from the St. James School. Like I said, we were changing the ceiling tiles and they were way too heavy to basically carry down 3 flights of stairs, and there were way too many of them. So instead, we basically got the authorization and made sure it was completely safe, but we pushed them out the window, and then that's basically the carnage at the end where we had to clean it all up. So that was kind of just a way to problem solve, and instead of breaking our backs, lifting those things up and down multiple times, we thought of an easier way to do it. Another thing is teamwork. So I was working with some other people that were my age, a lot of the workers, and who were just working there for the summer. And we realized that teamwork really just brought up efficiency, things like that. It really just sped up the process of renovating, especially the St. James School. When we worked together, we got stuff done a lot faster than when we were split up. And then also the time management part was a great lesson learned, especially when I was in more of that management role, because you really had to delegate where people would go and make it efficient so that you would finish the job on time. So this was a really great learning experience, and I learned so much from it, and I can't wait to see where I go from this to the next summer.